From Ashes, Chapter 11, The Present. I hold both our spoons, mine and Gabby's, toss them into the air, catching them with the opposite hands. Add another, Daddy, and it will be juggling, Gabby says, laughing. You think I should juggle, huh? I ask. It reminds me of what I'd said earlier that day to Nora about the circus, me trying to sound clever and what she'd said back. Of course, Daddy. I flag the waiter who flies to me on roller skates, then whips another spoon from his apron and twirls away. Gabby is entranced. You like this place? I ask. It's amazing, she says. Well, wait till you see this. I toss one spoon in the air, then another, followed by the third. They crash to the table in an embarrassing clatter, and Gabby giggles, hand tight over her mouth so I can't see the gaps from her two missing teeth. Guess I'm not very good at juggling. I collect the spoons just as the waiter arrives with my butterscotch and her cherry chocolate. Daddy, she says, dragging my name out in an exaggerated drawl. If you can't do it at first, you have to practice. That's what Miss Farr says. Is that what she says? I tuck my spoon into a butterscotch swirl, going for as much sugar in my first bite as possible. Gabby is the opposite, eating the cherries, leaving the little squares of chocolate for last. Of course, Gabby is constantly quoting Miss Farr, her favorite teacher of all time. Young, just out of college, with energy and patience for all kinds of cool second grade projects. What'd you do today? It was the best, Gabby says, digging a moat of ice cream around a cherry chunk. It's always the best. Gabby leans forward like she's telling a secret. Of course, we had to wear masks because it was science. She whispers the word like it's a lot more magic than science. Everyone looked so weird with their mouths covered, but Miss Farr said not to worry because you could still see us smiling in our eyes. She demonstrates by covering her mouth and grinning. Sure enough, the sides of her eyes wrinkle up. Can you see it, Daddy? Sure can, I say. I run a finger along the creases and she drops her hand. Miss Farr wore a clear plastic mask so we could always see her smile, and then she added the baking soda. It's a powder. And do you know what happened, Daddy? A cherry sits forlorn and forgotten on her spoon. I lean forward. The volcano exploded, she says, whispering the first two words and exploding her own voice at the end. Wow, I say, stretching back in my seat. It's because a reaction. She says each syllable like it's its own word. A reaction with what? I ask, knowing the answer. I can't remember, she whispers. It looked like water. Can we do it at home? Make a volcano? I don't know, I say, smoothing my ice cream before taking another bite. If you can't remember the other ingredient. I'll remember, she says. It looked like water, but it wasn't. We smelled it. Did it smell like water? Oh no, she says, licking the cherry. It smelled gross. Romano said it was like throw up. That Romano. Gabby talks about him a lot. Ah, second grade. I'll find it on YouTube, she says, shoving a big bite of ice cream into her mouth. The experiment. Then can we do it? Probably, I say, as long as you find me a video on juggling too and help me practice. Case, she says, scraping out the chocolate bits she's saved for last. Aren't you hungry? She asks, looking at my half full bowl. Obediently, I tuck my spoon into the softening dessert. Oh, I'm just thinking, I say. About juggling, she asks. Yes, I say, picturing Nora's hair catching the sun as she stood by her bike. About juggling.